I think it's about that time. Let's turn this a little bit. That we talk about Goldfield and Banks. Listen, I know a lot of guys out there have dove into Goldfield and Banks and they've talked to you about it. They told you what they like. They broke everything down to the molecule. But are they SB? Are they going to really give you all sides of the coin and the alternatives? And do you respect their nose? Probably. You know, I'm not the Lord of Fragrance, but hey, I've been holding off on Goldfield and Banks until I had most of the house so we can just break them all down, because I'm sure you guys have heard of this brand. They've got a very competitive price point and a lot of people are talking big noise about them. I think from my small experience with the brand, I do think they sit more on kind of like Mancera level, but you know, the name Goldfield and Banks sounds so prestigious and they have some cool names and a lot of people are touting that this is the brand you want to put your money into. I'm going to let you know what I think, because I think a lot of you guys trust my nose enough to want to at least hear what SB thinks about it. So strap up. Let's go for that ride. All right, welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the evening. Let's just get straight into it, guys, right? From the House of Goldfield and Banks, we have Pacific Rock Moss. Is there anything I can give you guys based off of this little reading here? Based out of Australia. Says, seize the day and experience a moment of pure bliss with this invigorating fragrance, a distinctive marine note graced with aromatic essences to bring you to the lush coast. Walk on a beautiful summer day. These notes are really interesting, but let's save that for half a second and just go straight into it. I know Pacific Rock Moss is extremely popular. We will cover the whole house this year and let you know if I think they actually punch with niche quality or if I think they sit more generic based off their price point. Do I think they're fairly priced? I think a lot of these fragrances are very much almost these kind of organic Sprouts and Trader Joe's versions of niche fragrances. That's the sense that I get. Just very mass appeal, easy to wear, light fragrances, but I hope they punch. So, and I hope they have some complexity that kind of warrants their retail price. I'm going to hit myself with 3 sprays because Pacific Rock Moss sounds like a light fragrance. I think I have a Pacific Rock Moss clone. I'll have to look into that and do a comparison video, but we'll go over that later. Let's just see what this is hitting for. I want to know in the comments section, what do y'all rock with? I think some of the more popular names is the Rock Moss, the Silky Woods, the Ingenious Ginger, the Bohemian Lime. I mean, they're all talked about quite a bit. But if you look on like Mercari and third-party sites like that, Pacific Rock Moss in a bottle is never being sold, even used. People are using it up or they're decanting it out. So this has got to be a popular one. It looks really cool, I'll tell you that much. I'm going to reserve my opinion right now for the time being. 4.11 out of 5 out of 3,100 votes. So extremely popular, creeping into mass appeal territory. It dropped in 2016, classified as an aromatic aquatic fragrance that is unisex and based around a marine accord. Okay, so on test strip, this is buns. Like, you guys are going to kill me in the comments. Listen, this is your king. This is your king, guys. This is the throne you guys want to die on, this or the sword. Okay, so on test strip, this is just so generic. It's high quality, watered down garbage. Beautiful smell, but it feels so watered down on skin. It's almost like somebody took a blue Jolly Rancher, you know, the blue raspberry Jolly Rancher, put it in a bottle of water, shook it up for like 10 minutes, and then you open the cap and smell it. It's like, well, yeah, this is natural spring water, so the smell of water is going to be airy and crisp. And then you get this kind of candied lemon / blue raspberry-ish kind of tint to it. It feels very watered down. It smells like candy water or super organic watered down candy cleaner. You know, like a spray multi-purpose, but more candied than synthetic cleaner material. Now on skin, it really pops. Now, it's kind of somewhere between a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher and a Lemonhead in terms of the candy profile style. It does smell like mossy and aquatic and natural. Like it's not a synthetic candy note. It's very natural, but that's the candied vibe that I smell. And it's just this pretty fancy, light, airy. I don't even want to say this is super aquatic. It's just super airy. Like it's a sea breeze type of scent. Imagine you're walking along the coast and the water is splashing up, right? And you just get this gust of air in your face while you're sucking on a Lemonhead or a blue Jolly Rancher. Maybe at the same time. Yeah, that's exactly it. The characteristics of it is like that. And then there's a bit sometimes of this soapy quality to it, you know, like lemon bar soap kind of feel to it. But that's the picture for me that I think you guys will be able to smell through the computer. Is like you got a Lemonhead on one side, you got a blue raspberry Jolly Rancher. You're enjoying yourself. You're walking on the beach and you just get gusts of sea breeze. It's soapy, it's airy, but then it's candied sweet. Let's go here. Oh, there we go. Italian lemon, sage, moss, Virginia cedar, and geranium. For how simple this is, I'm happy with what they pulled off. This is such a dumb reach. I struggle to think through whether or not this is going to have enough punch. Like I imagine this being the type of fragrance that you actually have to literally spray yourself 15 to 20 times with just to last a strong 6 hours with. Now let's see what people said about it. Moderate. This doesn't feel like a sillage scent. This feels like 2 feet projection max. Oh, I do have this. I do have this clone right here on the way. So we'll review them side by side and I'll determine if you need it. Sama from Nusik. This is a clone of Pacific Rock Moss. Nusik and Riffs and all these people are kind of under the same umbrella as Arabiat Prestige. But I'm going to be at 4.65 out of 5. But I'm going to be real with you guys. Even if somebody cloned this perfectly, I think you would really struggle with performance. So it's kind of one of those things where if you want the most performance, you go with the OG because the clone's probably going to be lighter, but 37-0 in votes. Not a single person said this doesn't smell like Pacific Rock Moss. But yeah, okay. Let's summarize some things for you guys. I think this is a fairly simple, man, I got to get in the habit of doing this a lot more. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to get somewhere in life. You know, there's going to be some bumps as we transition into a better looking video. Because you guys know I don't edit. I do everything live on the spot with a control board. Let's get the elephant out of the room real quick. The packaging looks fire, right? Like I would almost blind buy something like this just off look alone. This looks great. The color is fire. The aesthetic, the name Pacific Rock Moss just sounds cool. The bottle looks cool. Okay, now let's take all that, set it on the shelf. Even the name Goldfield and Banks, which sounds prestigious, right? Let's just talk about the juice. Let's take into account the price point. very quickly. So this retails for $205 for the 100. For the 50 ml is $140. And on discounters, we are looking at prices of around $150. And I'll be honest, I've seen this fragrance creep as low as like $120, $140 on Joma and stuff like that. And on holidays, you might be able to get it as low as $120. Fair price, okay? This fragrance is at a price point that is at the price of your designers that you would walk into in a store. And so if you're somebody who came out of a Sephora or an Ulta Beauty and smelled this, I think you would feel like this is an upgrade. It's prettier. We're not talking about longevity, none of that. Just scent profile, you would find this to be very unique because it's this coastal sea breeze vibe, but it has the modern style with the whole candied Jolly Rancher feel, but even that's really natural. Like normally candied fragrances smell artificially sweet or too sharp. This is very organic candied feel behind this. Even soapy, clean. I think it's perfectly unisex, but I think men would find this fragrance to be more appetizing. For women, I feel like more of your crunchy chick would be into this. You know, your tattooed chick who's into vinyl and art and all that. She would love this, but your typical everyday chick, I think, would find this to be very generic and want to smell it on a man. Now, for men, I think this is a go-to grab everyday dumb reach that is honestly quite unique in the marketplace. You know, a mossy sea breeze, light, airy fragrance. I think that is unique in the marketplace. And so I get it. I get the popularity. In terms of niche fragrances, it is somewhat generic. Like if they took this profile and just blew it up into an extrait, now we're talking about something that is sweet. But for the time being, and please put this on skin, it has at least way more personality on the skin than on test strip. It feels almost completely diluted down on test strip. It's almost lifeless on the test strip. And that was even in the opening. So definitely put it on skin for that lemon and the oak moss and all that to come out. I think in the niche world, it doesn't punch enough to matter. Now, entry-level niche, 5 stars. You know, could this compete with Mancera and City Rhythms and Tom Fords and stuff like that? 100%. This is like your, you know, in your vein of, you know, Neroli Portofino-ish style, everyday, airy, outdoor goodness that feels fancy but effortlessly casually fancy. And speaking of which, let's just go through that. 15 to 20 sprays of this, please, for it to last. If you go around trying to 4 to 8 spray this, it's gone after 2 hours. I promise you. It will be a skin scent immediately. Spring summer jam for sure. Fall winter would ruin this fragrance. It would ruin it. Occasions, extremely fancy, casual. As a fragrance profile, I'm at 8. I can't, guys, I can't decimal, right? Because if this punched more extraight-ish, I would give it a 9, because then it would be full-bodied and it would go the distance and its personality would shine more in the subtleties of this style, which is a really unique style. Anytime you attack a mossy, coastal, watery experience with the lemon, despite how simple the note pairing looks, they've done a really good job with the concept, but it just has almost zero projection. Like it's like a 2-foot max projection. It's too dang light. It hits like an eau de cologne with a little bit more of EDT longevity. And you can't do that with this profile. Like it's gotta go. I mean, that's why fragrances like Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, Versace Pour Hommes, and all that stuff suck long term, and you're over it because they smell good, but they just don't last. You don't even know why you're wearing it because you get no experience with it, and people smelling you really enjoy you for like 2 hours, and then they don't even know you're there. So my heart says an 8 with this fragrance. The smell is great. It doesn't punch. No longevity, small projection, great concept. It's just not animated enough in what it's doing. It goes skin scent too fast. It's just, there's so many good soaps, body soaps and body washes that could take you here and save you all the money in the world. Like if you just bathe in something that smells like this, which there are, let me make you guys a deal because I know I can feel it through the screen. SB doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. There's going to be people that say, no, Pacific Rock Moss is the truth. I challenge you. Matter of fact, let's see, because when I'm making love to the track, I got to talk to y'all and back up my words. Let's go to this website right here. Lush. Handmade cosmetics. I challenge you guys. Walk into a Lush, and these are usually in the malls, right? And find their soaps. Where's my mouse? Find their soaps. They have a ton of bar soaps and bath bombs and all kind of stuff. Go find anything fruity or citric. Where are their soaps? Can I search for their soaps? Bath bombs. Let's do that. Is it bomb or balm? I'm already approaching almost 20 minutes, but you guys will enjoy this. Go to any of their bath bombs, right? Bath bomb. There we go. And find the thing in there that smells closest to Pacific Rock Moss. And it won't be hard because they're very organic-y, unique earthiness with candiedness. They try to mix earthy crunchiness with candied, fun youth type of stuff. And they've got tons of this stuff, guys. Find any one of them that even remotely smells like this and just go soak in a bath with it. And I promise you guys, 100% promise you, you will step out of that bath and smell like this the whole day in comparison to this. And you won't spend half the price. This smells like a Lush bath bomb. 100%. With weaker projection and somewhat lackluster performance. Now, is it valid in the marketplace for its price? Its discounted price, not its retail price. And it's a very good smell. But do I need to have this on my shelf? No. It just doesn't excite me. It smells like really, really good Lush bath bomb soap. Argue with me in the comments. I'm excited for this one. Let's box. You guys talk to me, man. Am I tripping about Pacific Rock Moss? I give it an 8. I'm not saying it's bad. The smell is an 8, but I just feel like you're going to wear it. And then the performance thing is making it so you got to spray yourself 10, 15 times just to even make it rock. You do like it, but it's like something you wish you had more of. So then it's going to play with you a little bit. I just think that the quality of it ruins the wearing experience. But anyways, yeah, this ain't it for me. I wouldn't buy it even as an 8. You know, I typically tell you guys to go buy fragrances like this, but seriously, this smells like a lot of the stuff you'd find in Lush, guys. You know, take a bath, take a shower, buy the lotion version of this in a Lush lotion or a bath scrubber or something, and just rock out in that. You're going to get way more projection out of that stuff. The Lush bath bombs and the soaps and stuff, only reason I know they have crazy projection and stuff like that is because my wife and my kids use that type of stuff. So when I'm bathing my kids in their bubble bath and stuff, I mean, that stuff just, my bathroom smells like that for weeks, you know, after they shower with this or bathe with this type of stuff. And my wife occasionally will soak in a bath or something like that. And she'll have, you know, she's more of like a lavender type of, you know, more the organic stuff. But even then, that stuff just radiates through a household. So it will have beastly projection and sillage wearing it just as a fresh out of the shower scent. We got to do a test. That would be a good video. You know, soak in a bathtub of some lush that smells like Pacific rock moss and see if you could last longer than actual Pacific rock moss for half the cost. Anyways, guys, 8 out of 10 for me. Would I buy it? You know, if I ever came up on a deal for it, you know, for half the price, I would spend. This is almost like replica level territory. It's definitely way better quality, but it feels like if replica made a fragrance, this is what it should smell like. Solid work though. I'm excited to try some of the other fragrances and see if they stand out. Again, I think any of you guys who smelled Pacific Rock Moss would like the fragrance. It's just a fleeting memory and not that exciting long-term for me in the wearing experience. But I appreciate the concept, and I would love to smell something like in the realm of this that smells a little bit more complex, a little bit fuller bodied. And yeah, alternatives to this, I already gave you it. Lush.com. Like, comment, subscribe. More importantly, turn on that notification bell. Talk to me. I do talk back. Can I get my logo to show up here? No, I can't. Well, whatever. Like, comment, subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. I'm going to put 2 videos up that I think you'll be interested in based off what you've been searching for. If you're new here, I drop videos every single day on all kinds of fragrance content from all walks of life. I am on a journey. I'm just putting a camera to it and hope that it enriches and makes your fragrance journey just cost effective. Hope you get to those dream fragrances quicker, and that I give you somewhat of a roadmap to kind of navigate this crazy world of fragrances, because we are in a boom right now. And I don't know why people enjoy hearing me talk about it, but I do this thing every single day and I'm passionate about it. So I will never lie. I will never speak about things that I don't own. And I am knee deep in this journey so that you don't have to be. Anyways, love you guys. This is SB signing out. This was Pacific Rock Moss from Goldfield and Banks. I know the chat's going to go crazy, so sound off in the comments. Let's get that conversation started. Love you guys. Be blessed.